Wednesday, flight number 13. The time is approximately 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time. It's our pleasure to welcome you aboard Flight 13 from a service from where you're currently at to destination of unknown origin. We suggest any carry-on items don't need to be placed or stowed prior to closing the aircraft. Your items of choice should be placed directly in front of you for easy ease of access. Food, drinks, and snacks of your choice are highly recommended for your comfort. Seatbelts are not required, but as a warning, we may experience some turbulence along the way. Be warned. On behalf of the captain and your entire crew, it's our pleasure to have you aboard with us this evening. Seatbelt sign has now been turned off, so it's time to sit back and enjoy the ride.
What's up, good people? How's it going? Welcome to Weird Wednesday. Righto.
Hi, hi.
Stop screen share. Hey. What's up? How's it going?
That's incredibly close up. I almost felt a little.
Feel me breathing down your neck?
Although, like one of us blews out, and then
Close these 25 windows that I seem to
yeah,
have.
let's get weird. Moose, do you love how they wait till like I'm doing things?
Oh, yeah, man. I got it planned out. It's like, all right, it's go time. Mom's
Mm-hmm.
busy.
Like,
Let's let
oh, she's
everybody know
not
we're here.
paying attention to us.
Yeah, I got this cat that I don't know. I guess my neighbor was feeding it or something. It's a stray cat. It's friendly, but this big
Mm-hmm.
red cat and big orange cat. And the damn thing was getting under my tarp in my kayak and sleeping in the seat. But not only sleeping in the seat, but shitting in the seat. So now I go out there and I have a big tarp under over my saw, and apparently it's been getting under the tarp and hanging out and pissing all over everything.
So he needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, if like have it. I'm not someone who believes in outdoor animals just because of how bad things are, but like my experience, every time I moved a cat out of the boat, another cat moved in. After a while,
Yeah.
I was like, dude, we need to leave a cat like in the boat just because like another one's just gonna come and take it up. That are raccoons.
It's like,
Um,
oh yeah, this place is it's been vacated.
yeah, it's like a new motel, like right under the steering column. Like, shoot.
Yep. It's like, so I keep my kayak covered, so the weather won't get to it and the sun and everything. And now it smells like cat piss. It's like, yes, no.
He needs to be spayed anyways, just so it doesn't make kittens. And if you guys have a feral cat program, they'll put a trap out there, catch it, neuter him, clip his ear, and then release him where they found him. And then the
Yeah.
clip says it's been neutered. The only thing is, they don't just put a little clip anymore. Like they cut half the cat's ear off,
Jeez.
but they've been fixed.
Yeah.
cat like centers and things are like way overpopulated right now.
Yeah, yeah. I
A
love
lot
that.
of people like evacuated places and like left their animals. They surrendered animals.
Yeah. Yeah, since we don't have dogs, we've like, been thinking about a dog, and it's like not just don't want to just run out and do it, but my cousin wants to give me this dog that he rescued him. He's already got several $100s in him, and I would take him probably if I had a fence. And he's like, oh, you know, he's not going to need a fence for a while. And I'm like, dude, he's a puppy, and he's going to be a big dog, and he's got pit bull in him, and within 6 months, he's going to need a fence, or I'm going to need a fence to keep him in. I can't have him like running loose.
And with things like this, the right one will just like fall into your lap. Like you'll just know, like you'll just have a look in the eye, or it'll come up to you. Like there'll just be something that tells you, like, or
Yeah, I've
not.
been looking
But
at
this
all
is
these
what
like,
I meant to my next chapter.
yeah, I've been watching all these videos with, pet communicators or psychics or whatever you want to call them, and they're saying that your dog that has passed will help you find another. They'll send you another dog, to take
Mm-hmm.
their place, and blah blah blah. But yeah, I've got a bunch of friends that are like, oh, just go to the shelter. So yeah, I go look up on the shelter. Like the shelters here, you can't just go there. You got to have an appointment. And that's some of the prices that they want to um, adopt a dog is just freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, and then I was even looking up like the dash hound and what's the other name for him? Dotson.
Yeah,
Um, like rescue foundations where like you um adopt these dogs that were rescued from like these horrible conditions, but I don't know like how costly all that is. Like, and it's different like with cats. Like with me, it's like, these animals are like, it's a lot easier to adopt a bunch of cats and finding like random dogs that really need the home.
yeah, yeah. And most people like my cousin. He's the one that I play with. I play with him. No, he's the one I play music with. Let me let me get that out there. But yeah, he found these puppies in the woods basically, and like one of them didn't make it. I think there's been two of them that haven't made it. Um, and the one that he has, it basically only had one eye. Something else was wrong with its other eye, and he's brought this thing like most people would just ignore it, let nature take its course. But he's like went and got this puppy, rescued it, brought it home, taken it to the vet. I think he said he's got $500 in it already, and he's all excited because it might not lose its eye now, and
That's
he said, yeah, I
awesome.
gotta give it medicine every 6 hours and blah blah blah, and he's like bottling
Giving
it.
it like a second chance.
Yeah, and he's been trying to talk me into taking it, and it's a cute puppy, but it's, I mean, I've seen its mama, and she's big, and he's this puppy's gonna be big as well. It's not gonna
And
be a puppy.
probably have like medical problems later.
It might. I don't know. I mean, it's doing exceptionally well for
My
now.
sister got a cat. It's a little black kitty. His name's Willie. They named him Willie. Um, it was like this Petco thing she was going through, and she knows it was like this adoption day, but there was like no animals except this one little black cat sitting in this cage. And she's like, "What are you doing with that one cat?" And they go, "Oh, well, he's like he's got like a problem with his ear and stuff." And my sister felt bad and she ended up adopting him. Well, they thought it was like polyps in the ear, some stuff like that. And turned out to be a big surgery. Like he couldn't even hear out of his ear. Like there's something like growing in it. My mom, like when she smelled it, she goes, "It smells like food." Like something was connected. Well, it turned out it could have been like thousands and thousands to do the surgery, or there was this lady for $1,800 comes in this van and does this like certain surgery that like 70% of the time works.
Yeah.
That's what she did, and the cat like can see and hear, and he's like running around, and he just like loves the hell out of my sister. Like like she gave him this whole new chance at life. They probably were going to put him down
Yeah.
and not want to deal with it.
Yeah. That's the puppy. His name's Popeye because he only has
Aw.
one working eye right now. But yeah, he's gonna be big.
Yeah, you can already tell with that head. Did they crop the ears?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, good. I don't like the ear cropping. They cropped my Rottweiler's ears.
Yeah, his name is Popeye.
Popeye. But the right thing will come along and you'll just know like this is like what was meant for you.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about. I mean, this is the first time in like 18 years that we've like not had dogs. So it's like when Darcy gets off work for summer, she's gonna be off for 4 or 5 weeks, and we're like gonna try to go to Coral Castle or do something. It's the first time in forever that we can leave and not. I got
Oh,
snakes and I have fish here, so if I get
I've
somebody
wanted to
cooking,
go there for like ever.
yeah, snakes can go a week or so without eating, 2 weeks if they have to, but somebody can come by and throw some fish food in every few days and it'll be good. We don't have to worry about.
Or those automatic little fish cube thingies.
Yeah.
You guys have a lot of love to give, and you guys like to include the little pups like in with what you do. It's like you don't just like have dogs that you like leave in a crate at home all day and forget about. You actually spend time with them and
Yeah.
give them. You
That's why my
guys both
cousin's
benefit.
he's like pushing hard for me to take this dog. He's like, I know how you and your wife are with animals, and I know you love them, and I know they're well taken care of, and man, I'd really love to see him go to somebody like you.
And you're like, and I'm thinking about all the future work that's coming up pretty fast.
Yeah. So I put, in my last YouTube video, I was like, hey, I get these products and stuff to review. I'm like, hey, if there's a fence maker out there that wants to,
Perfect pet fencing, like I use for my cats.
yeah,
It's called the Perfect Fence. The only thing though, like up around the tree, I noticed a couple bites. I think the squirrels, if they gnaw enough, can like cut pieces of it.
oh yeah,
But for the most part, the raccoons, things like that, can't get in. It's called perfect fencing. It's like this weird plastic fence with this like netting inside of it,
hmm,
and then you have the poles, and you like wrap it all in, and however you want to do the cover of it or not. And you can set up any type of run that you want with it, but it's predator proof.
hmm.
You can even make little runs from like the house into like a little opening for them to like run out and like go potty and then like, run back in.
Yeah, I figure if there's a fence company out there that wants to sponsor some YouTube videos, hey, come on board.
Hey, Deborah.
Yeah, fencing, man. Fencing is not cheap.
Um, my cousin and my uncle put the fence in for us. So it's got the little she shed that matches the house and everything.
Is there a
Um,
she shed, Sharon? My she shed's
hmm
on fire.
The she shed, like on PUBG, and then it has a little cat door, dog door in the back, and then it goes into their little opening, which I'm actually going to redo with some sod and put this little bench. And I have like these ideas, and these people were getting rid of a couch that is almost exactly like the indoor one, but it has like two spots to fit inside really nice. But I have these ideas how I want to do like the little pool house shed,
Yeah,
and that's like the little cat sanctuary. And then the only thing though is regulating temperature. I can't use the air conditioning portable thing
yeah,
because the humidity, it just leaves way too much like hot water in the air to where you feel like suffocated.
yeah.
So days like that, they go into the garage where it's insulated. But it's like a cool little kick it spot. Rawr. For children. Trust me, I've had that up for a while. We have fox, we have raccoons, skunks, possums, squirrels, all sorts of stuff come through that backyard. And all I've seen was a couple little snips that the squirrels have done up by the tree. Oh, seashells from her she shed. Have you been doing any summer fishing, Rob? Nate would like to know.
Not a whole lot. May try to do it a little this week. We were talking about it today. Went over to my buddy's house and ate dinner this evening. Well, late this afternoon, and we were talking about planning a fishing trip. It's like every time I get ready to go fishing, it's like all of a sudden, it's like, okay, let's plan on going Tuesday morning. And then Tuesday morning, I get up at 6 o'clock and the wind's blowing like 20, or it's pouring rain, or
Got like gale warnings. We have gale warnings right now.
speaking of the she shed, I was just looking on Instagram the other night and I found a bunch of all the old TikToks that we used to do. One of them was the she shed one.
Oh yeah, those were good times. Ooh, some night cat fishing along the riverbanks.
Yeah,
Sometimes I like that night cat fishing on a warm summer night, or a little float tube.
yeah, yeah. I hadn't been able to get out and fish much. Not near as much as I would like. I have a YouTube fishing channel that hasn't had any updated fishing videos on it yet. Been riding a bike a lot. That's an everyday thing now. I'm getting back in shape come hell or high water, one way or the other.
You always do. You always get right back into the swing of things
Yeah,
and ride
before
that
all
way.
this bullshit, when I was losing weight, like I said earlier, I lost like 75 pounds and was doing killer, and then had a heart attack and all this other bullshit that got in the way of all that, and then recouping from the last thing with my leg. That's what really screwed me up. That was way worse to recover from than the heart attack. Having, having my chest cut open and my ribs split and, pull my heart out and all that. I recovered from all that way easier than having this giant hole in my leg and getting MRSA and fucking everything else along the lines of not having fun.
Holes. There was like the big one, and then two little like starts of potential holes.
They were like they were like tunnels in my leg. It was disgusting.
Yeah, like, and then there was the big split open deep one that took forever to start gaining. Like, it reminded me of like an abalone, like how it like has to start like growing along like the walls of the shell,
Yeah.
like thicker and thicker. It's like
Yeah, when I was
shit that
going
needs to
through
grow thick enough to start to heal shut.
I was going through all those pictures on Instagram, and there was one of the giant hole in my leg, and Darcy was like, "Wow, I'm surprised they let you post that." And I'm like, "Yeah, me too."
Yeah, it
I
was pretty gnarly.
knocked it off of Facebook and everywhere else.
No, it was gnarly, but that's how
Yeah,
it was.
I go back and look at it, and I'm like, "Holy crap!" I remember at one point, like looking at it and just thinking, "Is this ever going to heal? Ever?" Is I'm just
Especially with like how often you had to keep putting, the little vacuum and everything on it. It just wasn't seeming to like
that shit kicked me.
dry up and like start like
I was just telling my friend today that we were sitting there having dinner talking about because he's like, trying to lose weight and get in shape. He just joined a gym. He's got a personal trainer and all this stuff. And it's weird. We were both at our heaviest weights. We were both the same exact weight. And, but I was like, yeah, dude, ever since I started, like when we first started riding bikes together, like my e-bike, I mean, the thing weighs like 80 pounds. It's heavy. So, I'd stop and like lean over to get off of it. And when I first started riding, when they cut my leg open, they cut through muscle and everything else. And man,
oh god.
I had like no leg strength whatsoever. And my legs have always been like the strongest part of me from hauling my fat ass around. And yeah, I had no leg strength. And it's like, after riding 5 or 10 miles, I'd go to get off the bike and I could barely hold it up. And now, since I've been riding every day and plus doing my cardiac rehab class twice a week, now it's like I can tell my legs have gotten like way stronger now. So that's a good sign, anyways, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, they sliced the crap out of my leg. So all that muscle, everything had to be put back. And whew, man, yeah, I just remember looking at it at one point and just going, I am so fucked right now. This is never going to heal back right. Now it just looks like somebody hit me in the crotch with a rusty axe. Got this
I
nice
just
gnarly big
thought,
scar.
oh my god, these people are so lucky that you're like having to stop and think about things before you react because
Yep.
I would be pissed.
It's amazing what the human body can actually recover from.
Yeah. I'm still convinced that you died for a little bit and it did something to your brain. The transfusion, I think, did something to you for a little bit as it was going through you, and it wasn't all the way robbed for a little while.
Yeah. I still don't feel like myself sometimes. It's weird. Like, y'all, you
So
sure
many
you put
reasons for that, too. Could be,
you sure you put the right heart back in me?
oh, Jesus.
The blood transfusion totally freaks me out though, because
Yeah.
up until then I was like a pure blood. Just had my own blood, nobody else's. Never had anything like that. And
How
then
long before it turns back into your own blood? Or does it
I have
not?
no idea. I don't know. Who knows with all the mRNA and alien blood and everything else they may have put in me. Who knows? Thought I saw Bill Gates hanging around the hospital. Yikes!
Yeah, people used to worry about the dog at the foot of the bed. Now it's like Bill Gates pressed up against the window.
Yeah.
Anyhow. So what you got? What you got? I don't know if I even put links up.
Well,
Beautiful flutterbies.
I don't have anything too interesting. I get like go looking for articles and I'm like, that one's interesting. Not really. Kind of sucks. So I don't know. This one's whatever's. I'll read it. And if the damn
I still have some from like weeks back that I was putting on hold. I just didn't feel like scrolling all the way back. And then I just looked at a couple favorites for today.
this one, UFOs are a distraction, claims China's answer to Nostradamus. Yeah, well, let's see what this wackadoodle has to say. Good evening. No, that's not it. A man who many have dubbed modern day equivalent to the world famous seer has issued a stark warning about the future. Zhang Xuan, a Chinese Canadian science educator, runs a YouTube channel in which he predicts future geopolitical events using a combination of analytical techniques. Several of his predictions have come true, including the Iran conflict and the re election of Donald Trump, leading to many to regard him as a sort of modern day Nostradamus. When he shares an opinion on something, therefore, people tend to take notice. Speaking recently to YouTuber Nico Ken de Balenthazi, Chang offered his views on recent surrounding UFO phenomenon. Everyone knows it's complete nonsense, he said. It's complete BS. There's no aliens. There's no alien technology. Instead, he argues the recent interest in UFOs, as well as more widespread belief in conspiracy theories, is a distraction from more critical matters. As people retreat into their own bubbles, he said, just think about the atrocities that are going to happen in the future. It's going to overwhelm people. The biggest concern, he argues, is widespread societal fear and distrust. I don't trust anything nowadays, so maybe he's got a point. They would rather close their eyes and shut off their ears and just live in a normal world. We see this happen historically before, where empires decline because of a civil war because they get exhausted. I don't know. The article just ends there. I don't know if I agree with that myself. Saying, whatever. He predicts stuff, and some of them have seemed to been on point according to this article. But I don't know. To say there's no alien technology, there's no UFOs, it's all bullshit. I don't know. Maybe he's all bullshit too. So
Yeah, that's a pretty big statement there.
yeah, I mean that's my opinion, and everybody knows what opinions are like. So I don't know. I do. I think the statement. Where is it? Where he said, widespread societal fear and distrust. That statement that one could hold some air, or some water, however you want to look at it. There is, like I say, I don't trust anything. I don't trust the government. They tell you this, they tell you that, and then you find out they're full of shit. And the whole thing with vaccinations and diseases and this and the freaking ticks, and now there's some worm, and everything is doom and gloom, and we're all
The
gonna die. And
mosquitoes.
yeah, I mean, it's like it just goes from one thing to another, to the next, to the another one, to got to keep people afeared of living life. That's why,
Confused and scared.
when he says in here,
Blasting us with frequency stuff to make people more irritable that are susceptible to that type of manipulation.
when he says here, some people would rather close their eyes and shut off their ears and just live in a normal world. That's kind of sometimes what I don't watch the freaking news. I turn that shit off, and I, get on my bike or in a boat or kayak, or and just go out where there's none of that shit. I don't listen to the radio. I don't listen to the news. I could care less. The world
Yeah,
could
it's like you still
explode and I
know
wouldn't
what's
care.
going on, the main points. Who cares? Nothing's going to change or whatever right now. Just
Yeah,
go live life.
could be. I don't know. I've seen weird shit in the sky.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I've seen
mean it's
some
anything.
shit.
It just means I don't know what it is. So in theory, that could be a UFO because it's an unidentified flying object. Doesn't mean
You
it's
can't
from
identify what you saw flying.
yeah. It doesn't mean it's from another you know extraterrestrial craft or anything like that. It could just be fucking light in the sky. Who knows?
There's an object that is flying that you're unable to identify.
So in that matter, I'm like, I could go out in the backyard and see a light moving up there and go, "Oh, it's a UFO." No, that's not a UFO. That's a jet. I don't know. I don't know what it is, so I'm calling it a UFO.
Yeah.
What classifies being a UFO? If you don't know what it is, it's undefined. You know, you don't know what it is. Could just be a you know commercial jet way up there. I don't know. I've seen weird shit up there that it ain't no jet. And I've seen weird shit through binoculars. It ain't no jet. Could it be, a satellite? Could it be, who knows?
I've seen the weird white plane.
Yeah.
The weird white plane. Hey. Let's not hiss at each other. We love each other.
Classified military technology. There you go. That could be it. Do I think, the military has secret, um, whatever, airplanes, jets,
Yeah.
military technology? Yeah, absolutely. It'd be fucking
Dumb
crazy to not have it,
messages.
you know? And if it's like reverse engineered alien technology, they're not going to tell you that. They couldn't tell you that, because then that would be saying, okay, so there is UFOs, even though that we said there's not. There actually is extraterrestrial.
It takes away all the control and the play of their narrative.
Yeah. So they're never going to tell us the truth.
No.
It'll always be a guessing game until,
No.
some of them shits just land on the lawn out front and get out and say, hey, can we come in and make pancakes and hang out and talk about world affairs?
Just like, RFK or JFK and 9/11, things like that. We just know. We just know enough that we just know that we don't really need certain proof.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
was
we have a
about
good enough idea.
talking about 9/11 the other day with one of my friends, and she was like, "You really think that there's some sort of shenanigans with all that? You really believe that?" And I'm like,
It's not a matter of believing it. It's a matter of, dude, what I've seen with my own eyes.
"Yeah, yeah." I just saw a video the other day. There was some firemen talking that had come out of the building, and they were talking about explosions. And they were like down in the lower levels of the buildings, and they were talking about explosions. You know, a floor or two above their head, and I'm like, well, I guess anything could happen, but these guys are talking about explosions and seeing them and hearing them and feeling them, and the plane like hit way up top. So yeah, shit could fall. You know, it's got to go somewhere, but I don't know, man. I just don't. I have a hard time believing that whatever a plane can hit a building like that, and a building can collapse on its own footprint, like you know,
Like a
just come
perfect
straight down.
casino demolition.
Yeah,
Especially when you see those street angles and you're down there looking straight on and you see flash, 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 flash in the bottom
yeah,
as it's all going off, and then it perfectly just drops.
yeah,
And then the guy's standing in front of the one, like, talking about, like, that the unfortunateness of it
yeah,
having collapsed when it was, like, still standing behind him because that was the plane that got their, like, time freaking set wrong.
yeah. And then and then the other part is that as the news is live and they're reporting it and they're talking about building 7 going down, and the shit's in. Oh no, another building's gone down. No, hasn't, not yet. Give it another
Whoa,
30
did you
minutes.
see they just switched us right when you're talking about that? Or did you do that?
I didn't do anything.
They interrupted that part of what you were just saying and switched us around.
Really? Hmm. Yeah, they don't like talking about them. That's okay, Facebook. You can kick me off of here anytime you feel free to.
No, you can eat a. I'm not going to be crude.
Yeah, building 7 that never even got hit. Oh, that shit went down like a ton of bricks, though. Amazing, right? Just the vibration from the buildings next door must have done it.
Yeah.
It was a God event.
And then you hear like all the first-hand stories of all the people. I mean, if you're like me, you read everything you could and watched everything you could around this.
Yeah, it was weird. I remember that happening. I'm like waking up in the morning and just laying there, just watching TV, and I'm like, "Is this real? Is is this like really happening right now?"
It was my first day in mortgage, and it's like, wait, what?
Yeah. I woke Darcy up. I'm like, "Yo, check this shit out." And so there's a plane just hit the World Trade Center, and she's
And
like,
then that happened again, and it's like, oh
"This is a
shit. And then
movie,
I go
right?"
to work, and everybody's crying. These people I just met don't even know. And they like got sons in the buildings and stuff. It's like, oh my God.
Yep. Crazy. Craziness.
Okay, I'm looking for my articles. The first one. Ooh, the brainless human clones. There was another one. I didn't do it, but it had to do with cloned chicks that were born out of 3D printed eggs. So they 3D printed the eggs, somehow got the embryos inside, and then they hatched out of these printed eggs. I didn't read the article. I thought, oy vey, I was just talking about the human pods that they're making. Well, this now,
Brains.
and remember those that know me well know that I predicted in 2020 that part of everything that was going on was going to include zombie types of people, zombie type of viruses, zombie type behavior, which it could be like the drugs in San Francisco or the people can't stand up. I mean, it could be like it's happening to people from, certain other things that they're taking. For whatever reason, the phones, the frequencies, people are turning into mindless zombies. But now they're using brainless human clones, thinking that they should be used for organ harvesting in order to save lab animals. I'm all about saving lab animals, trust me. This brainless human clone thing, it makes me think of Jeffrey Dahmer and what he was trying to do to these men when he would drill their heads and pour the acid in it. He wanted them to be brainless zombies that just did what he told them.
Wow.
Brainless human clones should be used for organ harvesting to save lab animals, campaigners say. Billion-dollar biotech companies have been pumping cash into the production of what they call bodyoids, which are essentially functioning but consciousness bodies, complete with the full organ system minus the brain. And now, leading animal activists are backing the sci-fi sounding invention, arguing that using human DNA for lab research could be a far more ethical alternative to animal testing. Speaking to the Daily Star, a spokesperson from the animal rights charity PETA said the organization was backing the pioneering research being done into bodyoid technology. I could see the excitement, but again, just wait, because just because we can doesn't always mean we should. Some things we need to really think about. Um, Dr. Julia Pia's UK head of science policy said that while the tech sounds like something out of a sci-fi film, using human DNA was not just possible, but far superior to using lab animals. She said today millions of animals suffer in laboratories experiencing, all these things that we know happen to animals that are subjected to these conditions. Um, Animal testing is flawed science, which is why pioneering scientists are working on advanced technologies such as organoids and exploring ways to otherwise replace the use of animals. She added PETA entitles or entities around the world are encouraging 100% humane research methods and strict ethical safeguards. Dr. Barnes added that the creation of the bodyoids or organoids, as they are sometimes referred to as, would need to also be an animal cruelty free process. The expert said it is important, however, that when systems are built from human or animal brain cells, no animals are used to create new beings that might experience pain or other harm. While human bodyoid technology is still in development, industry experts hope that the futuristic process will be used in the near future. Boston-based biotechnology firm R3 Bio has received several multi-million-dollar investments towards its research into the creation of bodyoids. This includes from American billionaire Tim Draper and Singaporean investment fund Immortal Dragons. The CEO of Immortal Dragons, whatever Wang told U.S. news outlet Wired that the firm hopes R3 Bio will soon be able to produce human bodyoids. He said, "We think replacement is probably better than repair when it comes to treating diseases, or regulating the aging process in the human body. If we can create a human non-sentient headless bodyoid for a human being, that would be a great source of organs." So that just won't even have a head. What about the eyes? Despite the overwhelming confidence held by some of the investors, R3 Bio has been cautious to plant the flag too firmly in the world of headless humans grown in labs. But its CEO did say that this bodyoid technology could prove to be a useful alternative to animal testing. In a post on her blog, Alice said that humanity had a need for human biology platforms. They need things like this, and they need more investing, and they can't keep studying without it. And they just want to wishful thinking and animal testing, blah blah blah. So yeah.
Hmm.
Headless humans.
Brain.
So what do you think though? Okay, so if they're creating a headless human, it doesn't have what consciousness or a brain. It's just a body that's supporting the cells that are, growing these organs, like a farm, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is better than, cutting them out of live animals. Yeah. Um,
What do you do? Oh, we have farm raised catfish here. What do you guys do? Oh, we have farm raised headless human.
yeah. And like, are those like body parts still as good? You're still going to have probably the rejection, problem that people have anyway.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I think that sounds kind of. I would like to end animal testing of all sorts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
But I mean, I don't know why we can't still do both, but, probably can't still do both. But if we could, it'd be a lot cooler.
Yeah, when you started this article, you mentioned like the drugs and that like turn people into zombies and stuff. And I mean, I'm 62, heading towards 63. I've seen a lot of drugs in my life. I've seen a lot of people on drugs and over the years, and maybe even done a few. But I've never seen like in all my experience, I've never seen drugs that do things to people like they do nowadays.
Like when you watch the videos of the guys that walk around the city to show you, like the guy that was showing that tiger walking around and stuff, and they're showing you the people just
Yeah, like standing there bent over with their head damn near on the sidewalk and they'll just be standing there for like who knows how long.
Yeah, they'll be like just leaned up, and it used to be that K drug, but it's changed into all sorts of stuff. And yeah, you don't really harvest them from the dead people, but like if things are kept on ice and people do things right, um, they can get away with a lot. Yeah, the bath salts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, now what you're saying about human rights, this is something I got into with my mom, but she kind of agreed. Now, we're talking about how the WHO back a couple of years, 3 years back, changing all the verbiage in their pamphlets, taking out anything that had to do with human rights, human this and that, and like changing the verbiage um, to where anything to do with like human rights was kind of changed. And then Kamala had done the shoot um, took away the right, the human right. You had like life, liberty. You didn't have the right to life. You had the right to liberty and the pursuit of justice or happiness, whatever it is. But they took away the right to life. I think I hear another helicopter. And then I was saying, well, when they're doing all these changes to people and they're doing changes to people in offices and Bill Gates years back was saying he would like to see down by 190 million um, people by time. Um, and he says you can just put a piece of plastic in and it changes your DNA. It'll like you just do this like plastic DNA strand and you just put it in and whatever happens it can like start changing DNA. And this is something it said like a while back, like how easy it is to change it. And I was thinking, okay, now if they're changing DNA, that's changing the structure of what makes you technically a Homo sapien, a human being. Um, that falls under human rights, things like that. Once they make certain changes, are you not considered a human being anymore? Do you not fall under these human rights anymore? These are real things to think about. Not to scare anybody, but
Yeah.
what makes you a humanoid? What makes you not fully a human anymore? And the stuff that they're putting in the smart dust and the food, this and that, it's changing the structure and a lot of things they're admitting they're doing it to make men sterile. They're admitting to all these different things.
Yeah, like the worm I was talking about earlier. The
Yeah.
screwworm is a fly that lays its eggs in open wounds and body openings such as eyes, ears, nose, mouth, or genitals. Lovely. Its eggs hatch into parasitic maggots that burrow into and feed on living tissue or flesh. You are at higher risk for New World screwworms if you live or travel to areas where the New World screwworm flies are found. Spend a lot of time outside where the flies are, and or if you have an open wound. I don't want no screwworm screwing me into my flesh, especially my genitals.
No.
Oh man, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell? Don't say that. What the hell? painful skin wounds or sores that worsen within a few days, foul smelling odor from the site of an infestation, bleeding from open sores. Bacteria can also affect wounds where the New World screwworm maggots are present and may cause infection. Dude, if you got maggots of any kind, even though maggots themselves are actually technically pretty clean little bugs,
And they eat the dead meat.
yeah, but if you got maggots on you, in you, in your wounds,
Or dart flies, that means you're like half dead.
yeah, that's not a good sign.
Those are things that get planted into like post mortem bodies.
See, and
Ew.
now with the damn whole Lone Star tick thing, where do I spend most of my time on my bike? I'm out in the freaking woods where the ticks are. And I
Ticks
had one of those
everywhere now, man.
on me that bit me on the back of the arm, and I still have a hole in the back of my arm where that freaking thing was.
Lots of ranchers finding boxes of it. And they're doing the mosquitoes again. And I already told you about what happened the last time and how many dead crows we had everywhere. I turned in 4 myself that tested positive, 3 of which were our pets. And they've never come back because it was so traumatizing for the rest of them.
Hmm. Weird. I don't know.
Yeah, they use leeches as a cure. Damn right.
Yeah.
And brain dead people. I have a video where this guy, people are going crazy because of um, certain towers that are emitting certain things that agitate people. And it's true. I lived in a place where the EM pocket went into this one like flow, and I was always angry, like sitting right there. I had like this monitor that's like right there. It was like totally radiation, like, and the pocket and the repeater. And I'm like, every time I'm right here, I'm like totally angry. Like I was like mean right there. And then we started doing tests where like he would turn things on and off. I would raise my hand when things were on and off, and it turned out I was able to like detect certain stuff happening right there. And it was a really bad EMF pocket. Um, but they're putting these towers out there and they're putting these frequencies because people would keep saying like, yeah, they're doing horrible things, and yeah, the climate is hot, people are mad, people are stressed about a whole lot of shit, and people are like ready to just unwail. I showed you the lady who got out of the car and tried to break my window with her hand, because she crashed into my car playing chicken with me because she thought I was gonna just like let her go.
Yeah.
But
It's like, oh, she don't know who she's messing with.
and the whole really pissed her off. Like, yeah. We all got problems. Um, but people are getting like a lot more crazy. So it's like, what is seriously sending people over the edge? Like, what kind of MK Ultra crazy shit is happening to make people that probably normally wouldn't get this unhinged this like quickly?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, these frequency things do make sense. Like, and once they pump you with the graphene and all that, they can pretty much control so much with you.
Hmm.
I think more people are susceptible than others.
Yeah.
But there's like good diet supplements you could take. It's supposed to be like for after exposure. This is continuous exposure, but there's still diet you could take. If you have money, get your blood filtered once a year, not like a transfusion, but like they filter it and take the heavy metals out, and they do it for like the families.
Did you? I was thinking about you the other day. Did you hear we had an earthquake rumble part of Florida here?
What day was that?
It was like what 3 days ago. It was the 8th or something.
I thought I heard something off the coast. I didn't know it actually hit Florida, or that you actually had one in Florida.
Yeah, this. Let me see if this. Yeah. I guess it's not a video. Thought it was a video. Yeah, it was just off Cuba. But
Alpha gal syndrome.
yeah, see, that's what I worry about with the freaking tick bite that I have because it was a long
What?
stem tick. Getting that shit. See, that's
What?
another thing is that alpha gal syndrome.
Oh, that's what that is?
Yeah, it makes you allergic to red meat, which I think
Yeah,
is a plant.
that's what it is. And remember how many people were like already saying that chicken makes them sick, like months and months back. A whole lot of people are like, the smell of chicken or like the taste of chicken is now just like so unappetizing to them that they can't even eat it.
Hmm.
And they're dumping. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think there's somebody. I think that's a plan. And they say, oh no, Bill Gates, he didn't have any involvement in it.
The
Although
fuck
he
he
invested
doesn't.
millions of dollars in tick research, but just for some reason, and he doesn't
He's
want
doing
people
the
eating.
mosquitoes.
He wants people eating his lab grown meat, not real meat. But no, he didn't have anything to do with it. Bullshit. This is bullshit.
My
That's
mom
my
always says she wants to know, like, his ex-wife exactly why she left him. Story, like she's got to have like some sort of story. And then we heard like an interview one day where she was starting to kind of talk, and we're like, yeah, she knows some shit. She's just not saying, like NDE.
Yeah, it was a strong earthquake struck off the Gulf of America on Monday, sending shockwaves hundreds of miles away into Florida. 6.1 magnitude was detected west northwest of Mantua, Cuba, which was shaking reported as far north as Tallahassee, Florida. Yeah,
Did I
dizzy.
just see one in Tennessee today, or two in Tennessee, or something?
I don't know.
I thought I just seen like two somewhere. Love
Before this
bug.
event, it was the strongest quake recorded in the region. Other strong ones were 5.8 and 5.9 in 2006. There's another one like in the 50s that was a little bit stronger, but this is the strongest one. Yeah, it was like 2 o'clock or so a couple days ago. First thing I thought was, oh man, there's gonna be a big wave hit the coast, but they said no, poised, no tsunami threats.
That's what I was just thinking. Like any tsunami warning. Yeah, there's lots of ticks all over.
Yeah, there's more ticks now than there has been in forever. Yeah, but like this little picture right here, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. That's what she said.
I mean, we're just like, what we really can't do too much about it. Even though there's more of us than them.
Yeah, like
I
this picture.
mean, shit, he's just a software engineer. He's not like a scientist or anything. He's got like all this pull on what Americans.
And he's technically not really even a software engineer.
No, he's not. He has other people do this shit for him, and he
Exactly.
just bankrolls everything and has sneaky little Mr. Burns faces when he's asked questions with stupid smirk on his face.
Yeah.
Creepy little son of a bitch. he needs to go. Fauci shouldn't even be called a doctor. Like crimes against humanity, bye, bye, bye. They all need to go on their own island, like somewhere else.
Strap him to a rocket and shoot him into space like all the other garbage.
Yeah, the Mars flinger. Remember that thing I read about the arm that swings and then like.
But yeah, here's where the earthquake was, and there's Florida right there. It's pretty close, you know. But yeah, supposedly Disney like shut down all the rides and attractions and everything for the day or whatever. Things be shaking over in Disney. Yeah, Gates stole one of those exactly. Yeah, I don't see how he gets away with all the stuff that he does. You know, like if I had just billions of dollars, I guess I could come up with my own tick research, something that just not only affects, you know, the city or the state or the country, but the world, you know, the whole world.
I had a grounding session. It was kind of like a therapy, but it was a grounding session with Pastor Jonathan the other day. He says, if you had like all this money, disposable money, you know, like it didn't matter. All this money, like what would you do? Like unselfishly, what would you do? Like I would have centers for people, animals, this and that, like or refugee like centers where they could go and be protected and have food and everything they need. And then the jobs, you know, would the people that would take care of the centers, I would just pay people to do all that. And I would just give them money to have all those things running. And that would make me feel like really happy.
I just do hookers and blow. You know. Nah.
I mean, you have so much money, you could still, you know, do some blow off a hooker's ass here and there, but
Yeah. No, be nice, wouldn't it?
I would love to be able to just like take stress away off of stuff in this world and let it have a chance to live life the way the universe wanted them to live life
Yeah.
as like free and independently them as possible.
Yeah, I would give a lot of money away. I just know I would. You know, I see people all the time that are like, you know, struggling with this and that, and I'm like, I always think, man, there's people that just they have so much money. You know, what's a couple grand? What's $5,000 to them? It's like peanut money, you know. And why can't they help people out like this? And I don't know.
And I would think that, like, because, like, one guy got mad at this guy who was saying something about these kids on a stroller who was driving this car, and he goes, why doesn't he do this and that if he drives this and that? And I'm thinking, well, just because he drives this, like, why should you dictate how he spends his money? Like, this isn't a socialist, you know, thing. And yeah, we think that I would spend this or that on that, but we really don't know what the guy does spend money on. He could have charity things that he does
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
not.
and a lot of people do charity stuff, and they do it anonymously. You know,
Hmm.
they
They don't
don't.
have to post it on TikTok.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, I get like angry at those ones. I'm like, it'd be a lot cooler if you just did it and like maybe just put out a thing to people like, you know, spread the kindness or something. I don't know. But like
Yeah,
to actually show the people, oh, you have this money and this food. And they're like, oh, thank you, watching them beg and thank you. It's very embarrassing to me for them. And I think you should just help them out, know you did good, and that karma will come around to you too.
Yeah.
You don't have to prove you did good.
Yeah.
People who do good,
We were talking about karma the last show, and I was talking about, should I send these boots that I got
oh
that
yeah,
somebody gave me? Should I send them back to Amazon and then return them and say, ah, these are the wrong size? But I didn't. I took them to the cobbler, and they'll be ready Friday for me. He said, yeah, I can stretch them out for you. It'll be $10. I'm like, okay, I can deal with $10, no problem. So yeah, you know. Nate says, what
problem
did everybody have
solved.
for dinner? I got lucky for dinner tonight myself. I had filet mignon and a spinach salad and shrimp. My buddy that I ride with, he's like me. He likes to cook and stuff, and he's like, "Hey man, want to come over for surf and turf dinner? We'll have filet mignon and shrimp." And I'm like, "Dude, you got to twist my arm."
I had a leftover half of a deli sandwich from an office sandwich party and some chips, and I cut up a bunch of fruit and berries I got grocery outlet. Oh my gosh, Rob, grocery outlet when it comes to produce, cheese, and like nuts and like the good things. Holy cow, the prices are so good.
Wow.
Like, okay, they're charging $2 for two, like they call them Haas avocados that are like hecka small out here right now.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Haas avocados used to be fat, Um, so they still have them small like that, Lucky's, but they have two big Haas there. They're like uh $1.23 a lemon at the grocery store. They're 30 cents a lemon at there. The limes are a dollar something over there. They're like 30 something cents at this place. Um, it was like incredible. Oh my gosh, big basket of blueberries was $6,
wow.
and it wasn't the whatever. My mom's been looking for brie cheese forever. They had a huge wheel of brie for like $7, but I just got her like a little spreadable thingy of it. She's been wanting it a long time. Um, but they have like a lot of the non GMO snacks and things like that. Tons of pumpkin seeds. Oh my god, like because I'm like stuck on like the health benefits of certain seeds and things.
Yeah,
But $4 like a bag, because like I've been doing my shopping like box items, certain things like that. I just get at Walmart because it is so much cheaper than like Lucky's. And
yeah,
then I go now to the grocery outlet and get certain stuff there where the Tillamook cheese block is 20 something dollars at Lucky's, and there it was like 13. um get all that stuff, and then when I can't get there, I just go and get it at Lucky's. It takes a little bit longer, but you save quite a bit of money.
yeah. You have Aldi's out there?
Hmm.
We have them here, and that's usually where I'll end up going.
What's that?
A place called Aldi's.
Never heard of it.
No, yeah.
Snack packs.
No juice packs and a fruit roll up. It's on the dresser. Pick it up on the way out. What else do I have here? Let's see.
That's my like new thing again now is like I've been screwed so much lately. I don't want to like really say so much because people, what people do. But I'm changing that around.
Share the screen. Okay, we'll do that right here. There you go. Mysterious black project aircraft spotted in the skies over Area 51. See what I was saying earlier? What is that? I don't know. It's a UFO. I don't know what it is. It's unidentified. It's a UFO. Technically, it is. So this says an image of what has been rumored to be a previously unknown fighter jet over Area 51 has been doing the rounds online. There are places on Earth as notoriously secretive as Area 51, a remote facility in the Nevada desert that has become synonymous with stories of reverse engineered alien technology and the development of highly advanced black projects. The next to nobody knows about anything. Hmm. Its reputation may in fact be well earned, as evidenced by the recent online circulation of an image allegedly showing an unidentified prototype aircraft that was spotted over the base. The image first appeared on June 3rd, courtesy of Project Fear. Fear, gotta be scared of it. YouTube channel before being shared all over social media. While it's easy to dismiss the image as a hoax, several analysts seem to believe that it may in fact be a real deal and that aircraft may be a genuine black project. More specifically, it could be an F 47, the U.S. Air Force's sixth generation fighter jet. The channel has since published a full video with a lot more details about the sighting, so you can go check it out on YouTube under Project Fear. There you go. There you have it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Don't know what it is. It's unidentified. It's a damn UFO, man. Hot dang. Clickety, clickety, click, internet.
Today's South Park. Why does everything today involve something going in or coming out? My house. Let's see what's I got. Yeah, and let's see. I guarantee probably nobody in this chat has this crystal. But if anybody did, I think it would be cool if Rob did.
Pretty cool. Although it looks like the little things you used to buy, the fake vomit thing.
It really does, or like the fake burn victim makeup, like
Yeah.
the latex to be Freddy.
What's that there, man? That there's some plastic vomit, sir. It's $3.99.
It's a little bit chunks in it. Blood rock battles. Yes. Wait, I don't think I have to read that. It has been like a bizarre blood rock created during the world's first ever nuclear bomb blast. The mind-boggling discovery has revealed a completely unique, never before seen crystal structure that cannot be found anywhere else in nature. The story traces back to a dark July morning in 1945 when U.S. military personnel and scientists detonated the historic first atomic bomb in a remote New Mexico desert. The apocalyptic explosion unleashed forces equal to 25,000 tons of TNT, completely vaporizing the bomb's drop tower and melting the desert sand into glass for 1,000 feet in every direction. Experts later named this eerie, faintly radioactive glass Trinanite after the Trinity test site. Trinitite. Huh, I'm going to screenshot that. However, more than 80 years on from the terrifying blast, researchers have made a jaw-dropping breakthrough while analyzing a rare crimson-colored oxblood variant of the rock. They stumbled upon a totally unique clathrate crystal. Clathrates are a large type of crystalline structure where one element forms a cage that traps other atoms inside. In the specimen highlighted, silicon atoms locked copper and calcium inside complex 12 and 14 sided lattices, a phenomenon which is virtually unheard of. The striking scarlet hue of the rock actually came from the vaporized test tower and military equipment, which blend metallic droplets into the molten silicon glass during the blast. During the Trinity explosion, hellish temperatures topped a scorching 1,500 degrees Celsius, while pressures skyrocketed a staggering 8 gigapascals, matching the intense conditions found deep inside the Earth's crust. The extreme forces violently shoved the atoms into freak configurations. Speaking about the incredible find, Luca, a mineralogist in Florence, Italy, and first author, told Live Science, "We wanted to further explore these extreme formation products." While a mathematical analysis proved the new crystal wasn't linked to a previously discovered quasi-crystal in the glass, has completely blown open our understanding of geology and the limits of science. And he added, extreme events like nuclear blasts, lightning, or impacts can generate new mineral phases and structures that expand our understanding of how matter organizes under extreme conditions.
Don't touch this.
Why you standing there, man? You can't.
Yeah, I always wanted X-ray glasses too.
What, like when you was a kid?
Yeah.
You see them like in the books, the back of like the comic books and other little books, magazines.
Yeah. In the back of Creepy Magazine,
Mm-hmm.
the ad for the X-ray glasses where you can see right through the girl's clothes. I was like, oh yeah, I got to give me some of those. And then my mom was like,
Man, you can't touch it.
X-ray glasses. I had sea monkeys. I think I ordered X-ray glasses one time and got them, and I was very bummed that they didn't actually work, or they didn't work the way I wanted them to work, anyways. But I had sea monkeys. I still have sea monkeys. I got sea monkeys in the next room right here.
Brine shrimp.
Yeah.
I had sea monkeys. I used to love ordering. You had like little stamps you lick. Remember, like you put like lick these little stamps on the back of these little cards that you send in.
Yep. Candy cigarettes. Used to have those, you know.
Oh, my grandpa, my house grandpa always brought the candy cigarettes. So my mom's like, "Don't do that. You're gonna make her smoke one day."
Yep.
And they did,
And they did.
but that wasn't why.
Yep. Candy cigarettes. What about the wax lips? Those were always good.
Yeah, like the goo, like the stuff inside didn't taste good though, but it was like still like all right to
Yeah.
still chew on.
Yep.
It was like a what's it called? Like an accumulated taste.
Yep. Yep. But then again, I used to ride my bike behind the mosquito man that sprayed the fog too. So there's that. That could explain a lot of things in my life choices.
That really could.
Ride my bike behind the chemicals.
With my mouth open.
Oh yeah.
It's like bubblegum cigars. Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah,
They
bubble.
had like the big, like the Hubba Bubba kind of gum.
Ant farm.
Just
Yep.
some glasses.
Had an ant farm. Those are cool.
Oh yeah, the wax bottles with the liquid.
Anybody have
But I
those?
love chewing on the wax.
I forget what the hell they were called, but it was the plastic shit in a tube that came with a straw, and you would put a ball of it on the straw and blow your own plastic bubble.
Yeah, that was
love the
weird. It smelled like paint.
Yeah, I used to love the smell of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'd always get it.
Like-
The first thing would be like, and I know
Like
somebody was
model
like, "Oh,
glue.
that guy's gonna be a glue sniffer one day," you know?
It did. It was like model glue smell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kick the
yeah.
diabetes into that.
Then we had little cracker poppers. We had, I mean, those little seed things that fly hit people in the eye.
Clackers, yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, then the clackers. We had lawn darts.
Yep. Pixie sticks, exactly. Those are all good.
I love pixie sticks.
And then they got licking stuff.
The Fun Dip was good.
Fun Dip, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, the fumes off of that plastic shit. That and the kit where you could heat up. You had this burner, this little oven thing, and you could heat up a metal mold tray. And you
With
could,
like the gummy
yeah, and you could make your own like creatures and bugs. And
or like
shit.
little bugs.
Yeah, I used to love that.
The kid across the street, Donnie, my best friend, his grandma would do that. So we'd go across the street and make like these little like gummy bugs.
Yep. Big League Chew, exactly.
But that stuff was like fun.
Yeah.
It was easy, and you ran out of shit, and you had to try to improvise to like, you couldn't just like go on Amazon and order refill packs to things.
I had the connection for all that kind of candy when I was a kid.
How?
Even before all that stuff, like rock candy and all that kind of stuff, because my mom and dad, and hell, half my family, but my mom and dad, my dad was the manager and my mom worked there for the oldest store museum, and they had like everybody that worked there dressed in like period clothing, like it was all old timey stuff, and they had a general store in there, and they had one big room that was just all candy, and being that my mom and dad worked there, I pretty much grew up there. So yeah, maybe that's why I'm always been a fat kid. Man, I've been hooked on candy and sugar since I
Dude,
was.
you don't even eat sweets, man.
Uh, but yeah, man, all those old ladies, I'd go in there, and they'd always hook me up
Easy bake oven.
with rock candy and just all kinds of shit. I used to love rock candy. Yeah,
Hmm. Those were like the fun little projects. Like I remember watching like WKRP in Cincinnati, sitting up on the counter with my legs crossed, making the rock candy in the little stove up there. My dad's watching big TV. They're good
yeah,
times. Those were really, really good times. And the
yeah.
Snoopy snow cone maker, hell yeah. I didn't have one, but my friend did, and I really like to play with it.
That's what she said.
I used to play a lot of those rumors with the pop rocks, and some of them aren't really rumors.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. Yeah,
Spirograph, though, it was the shit too.
spirographs were the jam. I
Hmm.
still
I still like them. They're still fun. Like
weevils
I
and
still like to trace them out.
stuff.
It's kind of like making crystal grids.
Yeah, yeah. I always see, like on TikTok or Instagram or something. I see, where they are doing the artwork where the paint can swinging and they swing the canvas, and it makes it.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, that's just a high. That's just like a techno version of Spirograph right there.
exactly. But it's like a trip to watch.
Big notes.
WKRP is real now.
Yeah, I believe it is.
Oh, the Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. I had the Weebles circus tent and my Weebles wobble, and then I had the punching bag Weebles. Remember, like you would blow them up and they had sand in the bottom,
Yep,
and you could like punch, 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 and the thing would like fall over and then stand back up.
yep.
Like have Spider Man ones you could tackle. I had Wonder Woman ones. Popped them so much. Like I swear, my dad bought us like a new blow up Weevil like once a month because we
Yeah,
tore that crap up, and I guess we needed it.
yep. Spirographs. Hell yeah.
The ink markers were good. Then when I was teaching, like it was really hard to get the kids. Like I understand they smell good and they smell like food, but they're not for tasting. And little Kyle says, shaking his head, "Did you taste the marker, Kyle?" No. Kyle. No. All this blue in his face. Come on in the mirror. Look in the mirror now, Kyle. Did you smell the marker and think it tasted good? I wanted to taste it. No. So I show it to him, and then it's like the jig is up. And he starts to cry. I'm like, it's okay. So just don't do that. You can't, just because it smells good, it's not food. You can't put that in your mouth. But it's like, how can you give a kid like these markers that, like, for me smell so good? I just know that they're sour because I did take in my little tongue,
Yeah.
lick the end of a pen as a grown up.
Yeah, Lincoln Logs are my jam too. I still like them myself. I gave my goddaughter Lincoln Logs for Christmas. I don't know, a couple years back.
Yeah,
She
you
played with 'em.
did.
Yeah, and it was like hella hard to find frickin' Lincoln Logs. I'll tell you that. I'm like, oh,
The
everybody's got
actual
Lincoln.
ones.
Yeah, I went out looking for them. I'm like, damn, do they even make Lincoln Logs anymore? Shit. Finally found them though. It's funny. I gave them. It's like they hear the same story about Legos, which is going into the Lincoln Log thing. Sam was like, Yeah, Nora plays with the Legos. She's like, I tell you what, though. She goes at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're walking through the house in your socks and you step on one of them damn Lincoln Logs. She's like, I was thinking about you last night. I'm like, hey, at least it wasn't a Lego. You know, Legos probably hurt more than Lincoln. At least
Oh
the Lincoln Log.
shoot, she plays like a voodoo doll on you.
Yeah. Yeah, toys used to be cool.
Hmm.
Yep. Hot Wheels.
Oh my gosh, the Hot Wheels. Yes, in the backyard it wasn't landscaped. And I had one that looked like both my parents, like my mom's red Camaro and my dad's uh, Monte Carlo green. And I'd like race them up and down the little tracks I'd make.
It's funny. There's a remote control, whatever RC racetrack that is. It's not too terribly far from here, and every time I drive by there, you know, I'm always like, damn, you know, because I've always liked RC cars and stuff, but place is always full of pickup trucks and shit, and you see all these guys over there, and they got, you know, there's like a full on racetrack, and they've got these like elevated platforms where you get up there and you can see the whole track and you can drive your car. And I'm looking up there and I'm going, it's just a bunch of grown men acting like little kids. Shit, I wish I had an RC car. 'Cause I'd be right over there with them.
They can be good times.
Yeah. Yeah, Legos.
I mean, then of course it turns to another money pit, but still.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All hobbies you're going to put money into.
I wanted so bad to
Oh, Jack.
have Jax, man. Jax will jack you up for sure. I always wanted to have a remote control airplane, and I got one. I remember going to this. I think I bought it at Western Auto.
Like the little helicopters, but an airplane?
Yeah, and I went and bought this kit, and it was like expensive for back in the day too. It was like a couple $100, and I saved up money and did all kinds of shit. Fucking went in and bought this airplane that came in a kit. Took me like 2 weeks to build it. Built it, got it all, put the engine in it, did everything, got it all painted, put the cool stickers on it. It was badass. Took it out to the field, ran it down the little runway, went up in the air and came back down and slammed into the ground and broke into like 1,000 pieces. And that was the end of my RC aircraft career. It lasted all of literally about 30 seconds. Man, I still think about that and it still hurts.
I bet. How can it not, man?
I was like, oh, it's beautiful. It's flying. Oh, shit. Oh no. Wham. Right nose down, right into the ground.
You might as well just be kicked in the nuts for real.
Yeah. I had this other one. Remember, they used to make these, they weren't remote control, but you had these little cards that you could put little discs that you could put in them, and they would fly a pattern. And I thought that was the coolest shit ever. And I took mine to school.
Oh, wait. Did you have to like pull a thing to get them to like go?
Yeah. And I took mine to school, and we all out it there at recess, and we launched it. And it was flying the pattern it was supposed to, and then it just took off like crazy. And like me and like 10 other kids were running, pointing at it, following it. We just ran off the school grounds into the neighborhood following it. It landed in a tree in somebody's yard. And of course,
no.
trouble, you know. And I was like, yeah, but we weren't just running away. We were chasing my plane. And yeah, that wasn't an excuse. They were pissed. We got in big trouble. And then we went back, and it was after school. You know, we tried to go back to get the plane out of the tree.
Yeah, like what if one of you guys just went?
Yeah. Well, we all went back to get the plane out of the tree. And of course, Everybody was cool in the neighborhood except for the old man that owned the property in the house where the plane was in the tree. He was the full on get off my lawn kind of guy.
They was cool at that party.
Yeah, he came out and yelled at us, and we weren't taking no
Asshole.
for an answer. We ended up getting the plane back, but it was pretty beraggled at that point. And they told
Oh
me,
no. Why? Because of the way it landed or because of a struggle?
yeah,
A
just because
hustle.
the
A
way it
tussle.
landed, and we were all like, everybody was throwing rocks at it, trying to knock it out of the tree. It wasn't a good plan.
That'll
And
do
then I
it.
got it back and went into school the next morning, and I got grilled by the principal and everybody else, and was told absolutely I could not bring anything like that to school ever again. I was banned from bringing cool things to school because it made like 12 kids run completely off school property and just disappear into the neighborhood. It's all my fault. Yeah. You get the bamboo gliders, and then you got the fancy ones that had the rubber band for the propeller. Those were the upgrades. And anybody ever have one of those big, like styrofoam gliders? Those things
I
were
was
cool.
just talking about that yesterday. I was talking about the white plane and the way it was like, yes, I have. Where
Yeah.
you just like pop the wing on, the tail on,
Yep.
and that's it.
If they went nose down, the wings would like fall out, and you'd have to stuff them back in there. Yep.
Sometimes then they go like sideways. It's like, God damn it. Oh, I never heard of like the Lego thing that Nate's talking about.
I was just looking at Legos the other day. We were in Barnes and Noble, and Barnes and Noble had
Night night, Dennis.
all kinds of Lego stuff. Man, Legos have come a long way now.
Yeah.
That's the one place down in Disney that I always used to like to go in was the Lego store and look out there in the water and see the giant, dragons and stuff made out of Legos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, stepping barefoot on a Lego at like 3 in the morning barefoot. Yeah, that's something you remember for the rest of your life. But yeah, like somebody said, Jacks are almost worse than Legos because those actually stick in your foot.
See, yeah, that's the thing is sometimes though a Lego will stick in your foot
That's
if
true.
you step in the right spot in the right corner of like the callus of your foot.
Yeah,
You could get a Lego stuck in there.
yeah.
But the jacks.
She's got the jack.
Do you know this the way?
I'm looking here to see what I've got left. What is it? Oh, here's this one. Hmm. Yeah, if I could find a piece of that oxblood crystal, I'd get it. I have to ask my friend at the crystal shop. Hey, you ever heard of this?
I'll have to look it up.
So this one, Florida man story. Do you hear about the guy that just left from California, left from Venice Beach, California, and skateboarded across the USA? Ended up here in, well, not here, but in Jacksonville. Chad Caruso.
For what?
He skateboarded across the U.S. for his charity thing for his sobriety fun thing that he does. Fund, not fun.
Wow.
Yeah,
How long did it take?
he beat his record. It took him, I think it took him 38 days.
Wow.
Pretty impressive. And he did this shit on a skateboard, like not a fancy skateboard either, just a skateboard.
through all these like crazy like conditions and everything.
Yeah.
Every like mile, it's probably different weather condition.
Yeah. Cool. We were following the whole one. He did it. He live streamed the whole thing too. So, so just be skating down the street, and whatnot. Yeah, he did a documentary last year. So he just completed this. He just got in Jacksonville day before yesterday. Yeah, 2 days ago, I guess it was, and just had a big. It was pretty cool. They had a bunch of people like skating and riding bikes and everything with him for the last final leg of the journey. Marty from Kona Skate Park, world's oldest skateboard park, he skated the last 20 miles with him, and they had a he had a police escort into Atlantic Beach and Jacksonville, and God, there was a shitload of people there. It was pretty awesome, pretty
And
cool.
that's cool. I like seeing like good. I like seeing people still doing things like that.
Yeah, yeah, he's got a fun. What is it called? Natural High is the name of his charity, whatever fundraising charity thing, and yeah,
So is he like a recovering addict? You said, or
yeah, yeah. He's been sober for 10 years, and he just started this thing to try to get kids focused on skateboarding and doing things.
yeah? So they're not just bored sitting around like with
Yeah,
nothing to do but get high,
yeah,
and that you don't have to get high. Like there's other things in life that get you high.
yeah, yeah. I'm doing another thing. Oh man, I can't. I'm having a brain fart. I can't remember the name of it. I'm painting,
Roller
doing
skating.
a painting on a skateboard that will be. Oh man, can't even believe it. I can't think of the name of it right now.
Elvira,
It'll come to me. Hmm. Can't think of the name of the thing I'm
you're
doing.
gonna do Elvira as the Hanged Man or the Lover card.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do on it yet.
I want that Kickstart. Like they have that Kickstart tarot set.
How to color it.
No, it's for Elvira, and
Oh
she's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
backing it too.
yeah,
But it's like I don't know when it's supposed to come out, and I thought they already like got what they need. And like I signed up for that. Remember a long time ago that game, the paranormal game,
yeah,
where like it was supposed to take you to actual real locations and like all this stuff.
yeah,
I paid for that. I don't know unless it went to another email. Never heard about it.
yeah. That you're talking about the Kickstarter thing. I just watched a video the other night on a bike. It's like an e-bike, and I can't think of the name of that company either. But it was this real futuristic looking, crazy looking. It was a hubless bike, and they did a Kickstarter thing and raised $6.7 million, and then they pretty much just vanished. You can't get replacement parts. You can't. I think 150 people got bikes, something like that, and the majority. It was kind of like that Ghost Box thing that I have, the Ghost Arc. It was like a
Wow.
shitload of people ordered them, and only a few people actually got ones that worked. And somehow I lucked out and got one that works. Still have it.
Oh yeah, I forgot yours works. That's
Yeah,
right.
but yeah, at least this company raised a shitload of money and then just kind of vaporized. Anyways, this one, human skull donated to a Florida thrift store. Well, that's something you don't see in here every day. That looks like a real human skull. Florida authorities are hoping to get to the bottom of this macabre mystery after a human skull was donated to a church thrift store. The curious case came to light on Friday morning when the Hernando County Sheriff's Office took to social media seeking the public's assistance. With a weird map, May 16th, they exclaimed, "What a novel first store in the Brooksville. How examination, it was determined that the cranium was a genuine human skull. While the owners and the cops are understandably still interested in locating the how the person got their hands on this piece in the first place. Determine the wrongdoing involved. As such, it's called on the public for any tips they may have that could help solve the case. Anybody know anybody with a real human skull? Eerily, the incident is actually the second time in recent years that a human skull has turned up at a Florida thrift shop. It's always got to be Florida, right? In November of 2023, an anthropologist browsing for bargains at a similar secondhand store in North Fort Myers stumbled upon a human skull. Among
I
Halloween
wonder if it's a
decorations,
woman.
say what?
I feel like it's a woman.
They stumbled upon the Halloween human skull and mixed in with Halloween decorations that had been pulled out of storage to be sold. The scientists determined that were in fact a real human skull, which led a police investigation and ultimately concluded that the situation was not suspicious in nature. The two incidents, how could it not be suspicious? It's a freaking human skull. The two incidents should probably prompt thrift store managers in Florida and beyond to check their inventory once in a while, since it stands to reason that they could also unknowingly have human skulls in stock.
And that's been cleaned.
Yeah. I have a family member that has a couple of human skulls.
I have a high school friend who works in a thrift store that ends up with some very interesting bones of different sorts, human, animal, and such.
I saw that thing that you sent to the group chat with the girl that had her ribs removed and took them home.
Ew, that can't be real. I couldn't watch 22 seconds past it because I thought she's going to flop over, and then just having him in the bag, I just wanted to die.
Yeah. Check out my rib bones. I brought them home. What you did? You did what? What
I
did
mean,
you?
Cher and I think Madonna, removed their two bottom rib bones.
Hmm. No, not nope. Not gonna be doing that. I'll just be fat for life. I ain't removing my rib bones. Not on purpose, anyway.
That just freaks me out so much that I can, like, not really. I get the ick really bad.
Well, Mr. Autry, if you remove 3 of your rib bones on each side, you could probably lose 100 pounds. Nope, I'll just be fat forever.
I don't even think you lose 100 pounds. I mean, oh my goodness.
But I'd have a slim, trim figure.
It really makes me feel lightheaded. But what doesn't make me feel lightheaded? How stupid people are. We have a video, it cuts off. But these Einstein geniuses decided to use a model used as bait and dragged through the water by shark and wild human fishing stunt. I think they used her as a bobber is what it was. So she was like the bobber to like some fish bait. Um
It's like she has some bobbers, anyways.
do what? Yeah, she's got bobbers. The buoys.
Yeah, that looks like a real girl.
That's Seinfeld. The
Yeah.
Model used as bait, dragged through water, shark by shark, involved human fishing stunt. Cece Rose stunned fans after turning herself into a human fishing bobber for the Banker's social media stunt, which has already racked up more than 10.6 million views.
Okay, so she is a real girl. I would explain why she looks like a real girl.
What's
I'm a
that?
real girl.
What was that?
I say she is a real girl. I thought it was like a dummy, a mannequin, but no.
Oh, yeah. A model has left fans gobsmacked after being used as a human fishing bobber and dragged through the water by a massive shark in a bizarre stunt. It's probably a sand shark. The wild video has amassed 10.6 million views online and have left viewers claiming Florida is not a real place. Cece Rose was hurled into the water and left floating while attached to a fishing rod as a pair of bunkers challenge filmed by fellow influencer Anthony Dawson, better known as Tony. 26-year-old who boasts more than 2 million followers on Instagram, CC Rose, at CC Rose, drifted across the surface before suddenly being yanked through the water when a huge shark took the bait attached to the line, and she's like, "Hey, I think he caught me," or something like that. And the beast was released, and Cece was dragged along behind before the pair was posed for a snap alongside the impressive catch. Fortunately, the Toronto-based model appeared to see the funny side of the stunt, laughing throughout the viral clip. She's probably scared and so glad that she made it.
Yeah.
The video quickly exploded online, attracting more than 10.6 mil and over 50,000 likes. Fans flooded the comment section with jokes due to the woman's absurd stunt. One person said, "No wonder she's floating with those massive balloons." While another commented, "Florida is not a real place." One fan added, "Flawless release, LOL." Another person said, "He got to touch CC, such a blessing." It comes as another model has revealed how her life changed after she quit her job as a nurse and started content creation. Sarah Lloyd was barely out of her early 20s but was already battling burnout and emotional drain from her demanding healthcare role, complete with poor pay and endless hours. The 25-year-old recognized change was essential and decided to venture into content creation, with her profile rapidly gaining traction. Now Sarah has revealed she's receiving messages from blokes she once nursed back to health in the hospital. And anyways, my thing just disappeared, so let's just call that done. And then we have that little tiny video clip of her going for it. I mean, she wants to do it. And technically, and the thing is, things chase. It depends, like, what it is. Like, is it a tuna? Is a tuna going to go after her while you're, like, dragging around, playing with the shark? Is a tuna going to snap her? Because, that's movement. I don't know.
Let me see if I can get the video to come up.
I mean, they got a lot of views. They got us talking about it. Oh, was that or the baby chick thing? I didn't think that was a. I didn't want to have it be all genetically altered stuff, or the robot Terminator dogs.
Winder. There you go. All right, then. Chucking her in the water. Floating boobs up, of course. These kids over there in the kayak going, God, that girl got some, damn, some big ones.
I think there's sound, but you don't have to play it if you don't want. Is that the one I sent you? I thought I trimmed it. I could have sworn I trimmed it. Or are you just going off of the video?
Hmm.
Are you just going off the video on the article?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. You should do it again bigger if you can. Or not.
Let's see. I was looking.
Racked up. The bait is better than the catch. Hey, Ulrich. Crazy fishing fetish.
Yeah, I don't see where I got the video.
That's alright.
There. Ah, here it is. It was hiding. Freaking beans. All right, let me get it back. Get it back. Get it back. Get it back.
Get it back, get it back.
1, 2, 3. Bada bing. Bada boom. Get my sound. Good grief. Still doesn't have sound. Where's the freaking sound?
Oh, like mouse over it. I think you have to mouse over it and then the thing pops up.
Live shark. Oh, there it was. Down at the bottom. Okay. Now it disappeared again. Well, anyways.
Yeah, it looks like it was supposed to be on. Silly wabbit.
It's in Florida. It's probably not the smartest thing you could do because
Nah.
we got a lot of sharks here. A lot of sharks.
Yeah, and other things.
Yep. Well, anyways. That's about going to wrap us up for the evening. Yeah, I did see, I saw the kid that got kicked by the robot. Robot kicked the shit out of that kid, too. Teach that kid a lesson.
Another one?
Yeah. Don't get too.
Not the one that slapped the kid.
No, that's full on kick right in the chest. Knocked the kid.
No, I didn't see that.
You know, like Craig says, guess I worked at martial arts demonstration this week. That's all I got kicked yet. Kicked the shit out of
Wow, I have to check that out.
It's pretty funny, actually. Unless you're that kid. probably wasn't funny.
Have a great night, everyone. Sending you lots of blessings. Good night.
Talk to you and later. Thanks for hanging out with us. And we'll be back around. I'll probably be around this weekend. I don't think I'm playing this weekend. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe.
I hope we have a guest. It doesn't like cancel this time.
Yeah. How was the last show? Did the guy cancel on that one too?
Yeah, he had a it came into my box and it said he had a family emergency or something. And it was like 4 hours, and Jason, I don't think, seen it, so I got in touch with them, and so he goes, yeah, the guest canceled because some family emergency. So it was like a short open lines.
Yeah, I didn't get home till late. I should have checked. Oh well, if it was short, I probably wouldn't have been on very long anyways. But yeah, I got home late that
Well,
night.
oh, was it? Yeah, because I don't know if we got off like an hour early or like half hour early, maybe 45 minutes early.
Yeah, I got home late. We had a really good show that night. Had a ton of people there and had people dancing pretty much from the time we started playing till we finished playing. And we played late.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. I always love it when people are dancing because you feed off that energy and it makes the show so much better. And the tips were pretty good too. So
That was with the two guys, right?
no, this was with my regular band.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, we actually had a good gig, and I didn't come home all pissed off.
wow, that's awesome. You've had a few good ones lately.
Yeah, yeah, the gig that we played the other day, well, a week ago or so, 2 weeks ago now, I guess it's been. I don't know, time flies, but yeah, we got all set up. We played the first set, and then it started raining, and then we got canceled, and then it didn't rain anymore the rest of the evening, of course. And we told them that you know we showed up, we set up, we played, we still deserve to get paid
Yeah,
for
you did something.
at least half of it. Well, I got a check. I got a check in the mail yesterday for freaking $100.
Or check the weather next time.
I'm like, well, there's a place that we're not going to play anymore.
Why, they screw you?
Oh, I got a check for $100. I'm like, no, that ain't gonna cut it, man. Sorry.
Jeez.
I got a good feeling to just go back and take them the check back and say, here, you guys should keep this because obviously you need it more than we do.
You need it more than we do.
It sucks when the entertainment, brings in the crowds, but the entertainment is always the last man on the freaking totem pole.
To get paid, yeah.
Yeah.
They're the ones bringing it in, getting your drinks, getting your like food, getting your this and your that, and then you want to screw them,
And that's the other thing. We don't even,
and you want them back, and
we
you
don't,
want them to forget that you screwed them
we get
or
no
not
tab.
care about it.
We get no tab, no food, no nothing. They said, oh, we'll give you, I don't know, 25% off anything you want to order, any meal you want to order. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm not going to be ordering a meal. When we play another place and they're cheap and they give us a $35 tab for a 4-person band. I'm like, really? What are we going to order for $35 between 4 people?
And some
We can't even.
places like hook you guys up fat.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, some places feed us like we can order anything we want. And I always try to order, like, an
To
appetizer.
be being like fair, you're not being like like overly greedy about it.
Oh, get anything
Or
you want.
greedy
Okay,
about
fine.
it.
I'll have the prime rib and a bottle of wine.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna get something to eat.
Yeah. I'll get like chicken strips or hamburger, something decently priced that, I don't feel guilty about eating a 30 something.
Yeah,
You know,
not like something you're embarrassed to ask for.
it's awesome too, because this is I used to play there years ago. We played there several times a month, and it's a great place to play. But yeah, no.
Where you had the good gig?
Yeah. And no, this one that just sent us a check for $100.
Oh,
Used to be an awesome place to play, and they treated us really good, and they paid us in cash, which was the other thing. That we got done with this gig, and they're like, "Oh no, we pay you in a check." I'm like, "Okay, well, who do I get a check from?" "Oh, we have to mail it to you." What?
so how long has it been that they've been shady or a little questionable?
I don't know. They sold the place. The place was sold. They didn't sell it. They bought it, but it's been like 3 or 4 different restaurants over the last probably 8 months. It keeps changing hands and changing names, and I don't know. I've had several people that have eaten there, and they're like, "Yeah, the food was not really that great, and it was really expensive." So I don't know. Probably gonna try to replace it with a different venue.
Yeah, you know what you need to do. You don't want to burn no
Yeah.
bridges, but you know what you need to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to my drummer today, and he was like, don't like burn a bridge, but we'll take care of it."
Yeah.
But just shadiness. I mean, if we go set up and we play, half the show, whatever, I mean, if it rains, nobody can control that, But if we showed up, we set up, we played for however long, we should at least be compensated like half of our normal rate. So is what it is, I suppose.
Well, they've been there.
The bigger. So, anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with us. And
Yo, sound the bell. School is in, sucker. Can't touch.
all right, catch y'all next time on Weird Wednesday with Jamie and myself.
Hang out.
Bye-bye.
Oh, they say we shouldn't do finger peace signs anymore, showing your fingers, because people are like stealing people's fingerprints.
Oh, geez.
Think about how many they're like, you have to go back and blur all your pictures. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even think about how many videos I have where I'm just like, you know what I mean?
Yep. There you go. There's mine.
Yeah.
Steal them. If anybody wants to take my identity, good luck with that.
Yeah, good freaking luck with that.
All right. In stream.